Bonnie Blue ruined my relationship. So I came home today to find out that my partner of 7 years hasn't only been in Bonnie Blue's queue once, but twice. Apparently he was one of the 1,000 guys to have his way with her. I'm so heartbroken. Like, me and Bonnie are in the same industry. I would never do this to another woman. He had his own Bonnie Blue at home, yet he has to go and queue up with 1,000 other guys. I'm so sad.
Alright, hold on a second. Let's break this down. We've got a girl who works in the spicy industry, and she's on camera crying because her boyfriend cheated on her with another spicy worker. Now, let me be clear here, what the guy did is not something I'd support. Honestly, lining up with thousands of dudes just to hook up with an adult star? That's pretty nasty if you ask me. But the whole situation is just wild. So, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we've got tears, car rants, and plenty of drama to unpack. Let's start things off with this clip right here. She says she just needs to rant. So, let's take a listen and see what she's so upset about.
I need to rant about female rage in the dating space for a hot minute. So I just got played by the third guy in a row. The first one was 41 years old. Second one, 30. And this last one was 32. It's like, I'm gonna go for the older guys. They're not as big of assholes. Well, I'm 0 for 3 on that theory, so I'm really trying to not become one of those girls that hates all men. All men suck, but like, wow.
You've got to love the double standards here, guys. Think about it. When an older man dates a younger woman, people instantly call it creepy or predatory. If a guy in his 40s is with a 26-year-old, the internet loses its mind saying how wrong it is. But when the situation is flipped, when women date older men, suddenly it's all, yes queen, secure the bag, do your thing. And nobody criticizes it. Here's the funny part. Once those same women get older and realize younger women are getting more attention than them, that's when the bitterness starts. They get upset about the very thing they once celebrated. But anyway, let's keep it moving and see what comes next.
3 on that theory, so I'm really trying to not become one of those girls that hates all men. All men suck, but like, wow. Like, whoa, this is fucking crazy. I can deal with rejection because I've done a lot of work on myself. I have high self-worth. I have high self-respect. Like, we're Gucci gang in that aspect.
Have you ever noticed when a woman says she's done the work on herself or claims she has a strong sense of self-worth, it usually means something else? Most of the time, it's code for, I went through a bunch of toxic relationships with bad boys, and now I think a couple of therapy sessions or advice from some TikTok dating coach has magically fixed everything. Let's be real, it doesn't work that way. And guys, women who talk like this are usually best avoided. The moment you hear her mention things like healing or self-love journeys, that's your sign to walk away. Seriously, save yourself the trouble.
This is fucking crazy. I can deal with rejection because I've done a lot of work on myself. I have high self-worth. I have high self-respect. Like, we're Gucci gang in that aspect.
And get this, she claims to have all this self-respect, yet she just got played back to back by 3 older guys in a row. Make that make sense.
But the deception of these situations, it's just unnecessary. It's dehumanizing. It makes me feel like I was completely disposable, like I was completely worthless. Like all of these things, all these conversations, all of the times that we hung out, all the forehead kisses are all a lie. How could they not be? How could it be real and you're seeing somebody else at the same time?
Alright, let's talk about this. I always find it interesting when women say, he dehumanized me. Now sure, maybe the guy's behavior wasn't perfect, but most of the time, all that really happened was he didn't want to commit. That's it. And honestly, is that such a crime? Because here's the truth, nobody forced these women into casual flings or situationships. They chose it, they stuck around, and then months later they act shocked when the guy never wanted something serious. Meanwhile, a lot of these so-called players? Deep down, some of them actually do want a real relationship or even a family. But after seeing what's out there, many have just decided it's not worth the risk. And that part of the conversation? Nobody really wants to talk about it.
What? I don't know how to do that. Like, how do people do this shit? I don't know, man. Like, I know what I want. And when you have a goal, you have to act like it. If you want to get in shape, you need to eat like it. You need to go to the gym. You need to go on a walk. You need to drink more water. You need to sleep, right? If you want to be in a relationship, you need to put yourself out there.
If a woman really wants one of these high-value guys, the first step is pretty simple. Stop acting masculine. I get it, she says she has goals, she knows the type of man she's after. But here's the problem, they never stop to ask, what does that man actually want? Most of the time, they have no clue. They'll talk endlessly about their ambitions, their career, their hustle. But newsflash, men aren't looking for a partner because of her corporate grind. Guys don't date women for their boss babe energy. And yet, this is the part so many of them just never seem to understand.
Put yourself out there. You need to be emotionally available. You need to do the work. You need to protect your heart. And I'm trying to do all of these damn things, and I just feel like I keep getting beat the fuck down and run over. And I'm trying to prevent that. Like, I am putting up the boundaries and the barriers, and I'm vetting them out for that not to happen, and it's still happening.
Here's the issue. You're not actually vetting these men. You meet a guy who's attractive, you hook up with him before there's any real commitment, and then you wonder why it ends in heartbreak. At the end of the day, you still ended up in his bedroom without securing a relationship first. And this is where so many women cheapen themselves. Think about it, if you won't give it up, there's always another woman who will. In today's society, empowerment has basically backfired. Women have priced themselves out of the dating market with guys who actually have options. Because why would he stick around when he knows there's always another girl ready to step into that same situationship? That's the reality. And funny enough, you can thank modern empowerment culture for that.
So, I'm 28 years old. I'm single for the first and longest time in my life. I hate it. I hate that I hate being single. But it's just the truth for me. And I'm lonely.
Oh my goodness.
I think a lot of us are. So, that's it. That's the rant.
You know what's funny? Women are always saying they feel lonely. But let's be real, they're not lonely in the same way men are. When a guy says he's lonely, it usually means there's nobody checking in on him. No messages, no support, nothing. But when a woman says it, come on, do you honestly think her DMs are empty? They're usually filled with people asking how she's doing, men and even other women reaching out. So yeah, when they talk about loneliness, it doesn't quite mean the same thing. Most of them have no idea what it's like to be completely alone for months or even years at a time. Anyway, let's get back to the first clip we started with, the woman who filmed herself crying in her car. Let's break this one down.
Bonnie Blue ruined my relationship. So I came home today to find out that my partner of 7 years hasn't only been in Bonnie Blue's queue once, but twice. Apparently, he was one of the 1,000 guys to have his way with her.
First off, if that story is true, it's absolutely nasty. I mean, guys lining up just to be with these women? Come on, you need to take a serious look at yourself. Not only is it gross, but you're also risking all kinds of health issues. And honestly, that's just one of the many problems that come with being guy number 742 in line. But here's what really stands out to me. These days, women almost never deal with their problems privately. Everything has to be broadcast online. Whether it's their struggles, their heartbreak, or even their so-called victories, nothing stays personal anymore. And honestly, it's ridiculous.
I'm so heartbroken. Like, me and Bonnie are in the same industry. I would never do this to another woman. He had his own Bonnie Blue at home, yet he has to go and queue up with 1,000 other guys.
Here's the thing, if you're in her position, shouldn't your real issue be with your man? I mean, there will always be another Bonnie Blue, another woman trying to steal someone's boyfriend. That's just reality. But the real question is, why are you not holding him accountable for stepping out in the first place? And here's where it gets even funnier. This woman actually works in the exact same industry as the girl she's mad at. She's also selling her body online. So, let's get this straight. She wants loyalty, commitment, and traditional treatment from a guy, while she's out here selling herself to strangers. Make it make sense. Honestly, I don't see why any man would commit to that. But hey, that's modern society for you. Let's keep going.
Let's continue.
Own Bonnie Blue at home, yet he has to go and queue up with 1,000 other guys. I'm so sad.
Amazing stuff, guys, just incredible. Don't you just love modern society? Anyway, we'll wrap it up here. Drop your thoughts down in the comments, I'd love to hear what you think. Take care of yourselves, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.